My name is Caitlin Lombardi, and I'm a senior at Cal, and my major is sociology and conservation of resources. Yeah, I actually have a lot of jobs. I work at the transfer center for students like myself. I also work for a business development center in Pinole, and then I also am a Bud Light beer girl. So we give out free samples. We just give out free samples of beer and free shirts and free bandanas. We give out free everything. Oh, what do I want to do after graduation? This is the eternal issue. Something that makes me happy. I really want to enjoy what I do. Second, I really want to make ends meet. I want a job that pays my bills. I guess after that, I have really no idea. I'm interested in water issues. I love art. Since I'm a social major, obviously I'm interested in like social issues, especially with like class. But I don't know how I would make money at that. My ideal job would be to travel and talk to a lot of people and do something creative. The idea of post-grad life. If I had to describe the idea of post-grad life in one word, I would say liberating. Maybe. I'm excited. There's so much. I can do anything at this point. I can take another research. I can start my full career. I can just keep going with Bud Light and sell beer all over the world. I can come back home and live with my mom and do stuff in the Bay Area that I want to do, like the Alcatraz swim, or I don't know, donate an egg, run a marathon. I can do all those things. I have the world's my oyster, pretty much. With that freedom comes a lot of fear too. Like, what am I doing? Am I just gonna spend the next year of my life working 8 to 5 just so I can swim from Alcatraz or do a bikini competition? I think it's scary, but it's freeing to decide my choices and have my choices be really limitless. I think when I was a kid, I always knew I wanted to travel. I wanted to go to London, I wanted to go to Rome, I wanted to go to España, I wanted to go everywhere. So I think my main motivation is going cool places. It sounds simple, but I think that there's so much to be gained from seeing other cultures, other lives, other places, spending time traveling by yourself. Because when you travel alone, you get scared, but you also get really rewarded. There's such a value in it that it was something I wanted, even though I didn't know why I wanted it. This inspiration would be wanting to see and do new things all the time. Now that I'm an adult, I asked my mom, what did I want to do when I was a kid? And she told me that I wanted to be a button sewer owner, a dolphin trainer, or a radio show owner. I remember thinking why would I want to be any of those things? I don't like to sew, marine life is cool, but I don't know why I wanted to do any of that. And I started to consider why would I have chosen those things. And I remember in the 3rd grade, I had to learn to sew for an economics, they teach you things about life. I was sewing my name in beads. I was trying to spell Caitlin in beads. I was sewing it into a little pillow. And that must have been the time that I told my mom I want to be a button sewer owner, because I loved sewing my name into a pillow. That was so exciting. Now I have this product that I created that is specifically branded with my name. Then with a radio show owner, I just wanted to be involved with music. I couldn't sing, I can't dance, I definitely cannot play an instrument. So that was my avenue into another thing I care about. And same thing with dolphins. That's the only way that I could imagine as a child getting involved in beaches or going to Bali or something. Looking back on all 3 of those things, that's a reflection of something that I really cared about, something that I really wanted to do or be involved with. So I want to follow what my heart is telling me now. So I want to do now what I imagine to be the button sewer owner of 22-year-old, 23-year-old life. If that means selling beer because it's fun, then that means selling beer because it's fun. The small things are what keeps me going. It's the little motivators that make you feel like I can do this. I was meant for this. Especially, it's always been my mom. My mom's always the one doing little things to make me feel like I can keep going. I was driving home one weekend and I called her and said, "Mom, guess what? I got an A on this paper, ooh, yay." And she was like, that's great, I'm so excited for you. And when I got home, she made tacos, my favorite meal. I guess you could say tacos are my motivator. I mean, it's just nice to have somebody who sees how hard you're working, reward you with even something small that they know you really like. I really depend on my friends. My social network is absolutely huge to my motivation. It's so nice to go with my friends and hear they're doing exciting things and then ask about the things that I've been doing, and we exchanged encouragement. It's not necessarily like, go Caitlin, go Gabby, go Michelle, but it's like, wow, that's so exciting, like asking questions. So my friends' interests in what I'm doing and caring about, those are the small affirmations that you get day in and day out that make you want to do what you're doing. It's those really small moments every day that keep my metaphorical academic gas tank full. Yes, there are certainly challenges, and yes, there are regrets too. I regret that I lived far away from campus, not necessarily because it was far from campus, but because it limited me. I didn't do as much of the things that I wanted to do or that I would have done if I had been close, and I let other areas of my life become more important than school. And it's not like school is this like all-consuming thing. It's the things that school brings. Like I do sports and I get to work on my campus and I get to volunteer on my campus and I learn from my peers on campus and I walk around and feel the atmosphere of being in college. The only time I'm ever going to get to experience anything like this. If I'm going to be here, I want to be here. As far as challenges, academically, this has been I've had really difficult times, not necessarily with the material, but with figuring out how I'm going to deal with all of it. Every teacher wants you to bring all your books to class, and if you bring all your books to class, you will need a grocery cart. And that's how I feel emotionally about academics. All my teachers, oh, it's just 100 pages. Oh, it's just an essay. Oh, it's just this. Oh, I'm not asking that much. But really, everybody's asking me to do all of these things, and then everybody's asking me to do all of these things at once, and everybody's asking me to do all of these things for 16 weeks in a row, and then take a month off and do it again. And I've been doing it since, what, 2nd grade? We've all been doing it. I'm in like the 18th grade now. And it's exhausting to go through it over and over. So the challenge really for me is to stay motivated and to work within my limits. When I was a kid, my mom read to me a lot. She didn't learn to read till she was in the 5th grade. And she said that affected her a lot in the educational world. And she didn't want that for her kid. She grew up in a super, super, super poor area, and home to home, trailer park to trailer park. She didn't want that for her kid. So my mom went out of her way to make sure that I was put in private school and that I could learn to read before I started school. For my mom to be raised in low income and be still living in low income and raising a child in that, but to give me the opportunity and the ability, the skills, whatever it takes to be able to come to like the number one university, the number one public university is absolutely incredible to me. I have the double benefit of coming from a poor background, but also having incredible resources. My mom made sure that I had everything I needed. If it involved me being successful in school, my mom found a way for me to get it. She made me get involved in athletics, which ended up being something that helped me pay for school. And she encouraged me to volunteer after school and get involved in clubs and start writing and read more. So definitely my upbringing was encouraging with my mom in the academic way, as well as like all the things that go with academics that make it wholesome. Growing up with seeing it be difficult for my mom to pay bills, or for my mom to have like 2 or 3 jobs all the time, that was something that has definitely affected my career. I do not want to have to worry about where my money is coming from, ever. And I don't want my kids to have to worry about that, or my mom. My mom is awesome.
So nice. Okay.
I don't think my time at Cal has prepared me to be a real adult. I think seeing my mom through my whole life has prepared me. I saw my mom lose jobs when those were the jobs that paid the bills. I saw my mom get another job because she was going to figure out how to pay the bills. I saw my mom figure out a way to buy somebody a Christmas gift because they were important to her. I saw her struggle through calling and calling and calling when PG&E turned off our water, even though our bill was paid. These little things that make life difficult, like the bureaucracy and running out of money and the drama at work or the drama with your friends or family issues or illnesses. I've seen my mom deal with all of it. She was a class act. She's not flawless, of course, but by example, she showed me what do I do when a tire pops on the side of the freeway, or who do I call when it starts pouring rain and I forgot all my rain boots or whatever. So being at Cal and being myself has given me a chance to practice those things. I guess Cal, more than anything, has given me an opportunity to pursue my passions, not necessarily prepared me for what I'm going to do later. It just gave me time to grow up. So, Gabby.
Yeah.
Every semester I've lived here, I've lived in a new place with a new person. I don't like that. So finally, my 4th semester, I settled in on Dana Street with a roommate named Gabby. First, I just thought she was a very respectable, really fun woman. That's all. As I became her roommate, I became her friend. And I cannot tell you how lucky I am to have a friend like this. We can talk about serious things. We can laugh about hilarious things that are only funny to us. And everything in between. She's supportive and she listens well, but she's still constructive. And she doesn't always tell me, like, Caitlin, you're right. She'll tell me, Caitlin, you're right and you're wrong, or you're wrong, and here's why. Spending time with somebody who you can express thoughts with, as well as laugh about everything, is such a good experience. I think, if nothing else, I gained friendship from Cal. Oh, I'm gonna think of something else I want to say.
You're always
when I'm in bed, I'll probably be like, oh, I should have told her that.